Hey guys, how you going? Hope you're all doing very well. This afternoon I'm going to be doing a review of a crime film from the UK, English language, released in the year 2013, directed by David Mackenzie, and this film is called Starred Up. So Starred Up is a movie set in a prison. You've got this young guy played by Jack O'Connell who has been put into the prison system. His father, played by Ben Mendelsohn, he's also a prisoner. He's a veteran prisoner, so he knows the way everything works. And Jack O'Connell's character is a very violent young man, so as soon as he gets in there, he's already fighting with people, and he's starting to rustle a few feathers. So before long, some of the other inmates want him dead. They say that he's too much of a liability, that he's getting too much attention, that if they're always getting in trouble, that it won't only be him that gets in trouble, it'll be the lot of them. So attention put onto the wrong areas. And so in order to combat this liability, they decide that he must die. But then the father is trying to save the son by teaching him how to lay low, just cool his head, stop losing his temper, because it's bringing a lot of attention. But that attention could prove costly, and whether or not it is, that's something you're going to have to find out for yourself, because that's as far as I'm going with my synopsis. Now my thoughts on Starred Up. This is a very realistic film. Now, it does depict jail life for what it is, dull, repetitive, tedious, just the everyday life of doing the same thing over and over. And it does show you that this environment is not an environment to enjoy yourself, it's an environment for punishment. And basically, it's every man for himself, it's survival of the fittest, it's the laws of the jungle and the prison. Now, I haven't been in prison, but I can assume that these movies, when they depict them and you see them on the news, that the strong guys are basically the ones who survive. And if you're weak and you show a vulnerability, you're going to die. You're basically going to get run over. Basically, you're either going to be killed, or you're going to be raped, or you're going to just do everything that other people want you to do. So you have to go in there and you have to show that you're capable, that you're strong. And I think that main character, Jack O'Connell, the movie shows that this guy is very, very angry, but then in some instances you believe that maybe he's doing all this violence in order to survive. And that's the morbid and brutal world that prison life is that if you show a weakness, if you show vulnerability, it's going to be preyed upon. So Jack O'Connell's character is hell-bent on just beating everybody up, and it's showing so much anger, and you feel to yourself that, this guy's got an anger problem, but also he might be doing this because he's scared, he's doing this out of fear. So I thought the character was fairly interesting, but unfortunately for me, Starred Up, the movie relies on two characters. You've got Jack O'Connell and you've got Ben Mendelsohn, who's a fantastic Australian actor. He plays the father. And I thought their relationship was fascinating. You've got the father, who was never there for the son. He is a career criminal. He's been in jail for most of his life. Then all of a sudden his son has been in jail. He's in the same jail, and all of a sudden the father has to play the father figure. And it's a lot of conflicting emotion. In some instances you feel that he really loves his son, but in other instances you feel he's not used to doing this, and that his old life is catching up with him. And then he has to try and start protecting his son from the other inmates, but the son is just completely out of control. So I thought the dynamics and the chemistry between father and son is what holds the film for the majority of it. But unfortunately for me, this movie came with a lot of hype, but apart from the father and the son and their connection with each other, nothing else really feels like it was worth the effort. I thought it was a very dull film. I thought the movie didn't really go anywhere. It didn't have any elevation. It starts off in a very, very dull tone, and it goes all the way through. And I can understand that maybe David Mackenzie was trying to create a genuine prison lifestyle in their repetitive nature, but for a movie to work, it didn't feel as powerful as it should be, and it wasn't entertaining. Now I can understand a prison movie not wanting to be entertaining but wanting to hit you with a lot of power, but the movie, as I said, it just has this certain dull quality to it. But at the end of the film you think, Jack O'Connell and Ben Mendelsohn were absolutely brilliant, but then nothing was around them. It felt like it was just two characters and that was it. And they, the supporting cast were very forgettable. There weren't any real moments that shock you. It's everything that you've seen in a prison film before. But the only difference is, in this case, is that the actors, the two main actors, are absolutely fantastic. But then you just don't care about anything else. So when the movie goes along, you feel to yourself, okay, these two are talking. I get the connection. But apart from that, it really doesn't have anything else going for it. So that was what let me down a lot. By the end of the film, it finishes and it feels like, okay, that wasn't a terrible film, but then again, it wasn't the best film, and it's not a movie that meets the expectations that I had for it. So it's got tremendous acting in it, but apart from that, I thought it was just very bland filmmaking, and as a result, I came away from it feeling a little bit cheated. I thought that this is a wasted opportunity. It had good cinematography, it captures realism, has great dialogue between two main characters, but apart from that, the story just meanders along, and you just start to lose your interest in the film. And by the end of it, you feel, okay, I saw a film that wasn't terrible, but then, in a few days' time, I won't remember it. So overall, for Starrred Up, I'm only going to give it 2.5 stars. I was disappointed, but having said that, it's not a terrible film. Alright guys, that's it for my review. I hope you enjoyed it. Till next time, keep watching movies, and I'll see you later.